Awesome. Well, Freddie did some work for me. All right. So I'm not going to dive deep into the credit markets because that's already been discussed and how important they are. But what we manage our credit with is extremely important. All of the things that we talk about, these loans and opportunities for emerging markets, are going to be managed by a credit report. And currently our credit reporting system is a big problem. Leaks, our data is compromised through leaks, and then it's reciprocated out through the rest of the ecosystem through data furnishers. So we end up having banks turning people down, trillions of dollars lost to providers, and people stop trusting the bureaus themselves. So as a result, 44% of all credit files have errors affecting 1/3 of those individuals. Manual KYCs end up pulling people out through pre-approvals, and due to the long, complex checkout process of those who are approved, 18% are lost in that conversion process. So when we talk about the impact, it's pretty insane. But I'm not going to jump into it because it's a lot more. I want to actually jump into what we did for this hackathon related to our core product. So scooting over here, Fresh Credit does believe that stablecoins are going to be the way that we are able to access all of tokenization, and all of that tokenization has to be reported, and all of those loans need a place to be reported. People also need to engage with their credit reports in ways that we've never seen before, so they can get answers to those problems that they're having. So we believe that agents will, provide guaranteed privacy where people are currently afraid to talk about financial situations, and Gemini being used in this process as context-driven. ARC will facilitate payments where the agent can find offers through product discovery and through Google's UCP, Universal Commerce Protocol, and then facilitate that payment either automated or confirming with the user. X402 can then verify that that payment has been made, log that on the credit report, and generate a new report and offer that to any provider in any ecosystem. So that's kind of what we envision here. The user flow is on our platform, the user onboards, they link any account through Plaid or through a wallet like Circle, and they generate a report, they share their report, they get offers, and the agent can automate that process, or the user can just manually send their report to providers and then make that payment and set up obligations using stablecoins as well to continue making those payments moving forward. That's it, really. And if you guys are interested, we do have a production app. Just go to freshcredit.com. It's in beta right now, so you'll have to request, but you can then play around with the actual integration that we built here.
All right, any questions from the audience?
Do you have any insight on how often people check their credit or pull a credit report? Just be curious.
Yeah, so people don't do that often. It's usually during times of important decision making, like you're getting something you need. But how often a report is pulled is actually pretty crazy, because there's lots of providers on the other side that are currently accessing our data, which is a whole different conversation of like, should that be part of the current system? So I believe that making people more aware by giving them the ability to hold their report in their hands, like we do our driver's license, our passport, and all of our other big documents, that's where we're going with this.
And which bureaus are you partnering with?
So currently we're talking with Experian, but you want to ask yourself, why wouldn't they just want to pounce on us and stop this? Because we're actually offering them a chance to go into a much bigger market, which is the payments market, $19 trillion industry, versus them currently fighting over $123 billion industry. Each maintains about 6 to 8% market share globally, and they're fighting over liability over liability. We see all of them getting sued and hacked. They don't want this mess anymore, but they need a way to generate more revenue.
Yeah, feel free.
Are you guys using like zero knowledge proofs to maybe do anything for like launching a credit score? So like, you know how they traditionally do it for like car loans or anything like that, where for like 600, 700, 800, that kind of thing? Are you looking at doing anything like that so you don't actually have to pull the credit, but you can like know that the person has good credit?
No, so zero knowledge proofs are a backwards mechanism that if you intend to use them to get deterministic information. They're built actually to help you establish data between known points of data, not to establish a known answer. So instead, what we've done is you hold your own data on your own device through SQLite, and then what's stored on chain is every time the database is updated, that data is then registered to that hash, so when a report is generated, it has an anchor. And of course, with store now decrypt later, the idea of storing people's data on chain at any point in time sounds pretty crazy, because we know with quantum compute and other things coming up, that's going to be an immediate problem. And there's already countries downloading all of the information, including us, but yeah, we don't want to be part of storing more people's information on chain. But sorry, I'm like blowing this out. At the same time, it is a peer-to-peer system that is enabled that if you check, you have a light client that can verify, and there's no need to access the main node and cost overhead. So everything's edge compute, edge storage.
Very cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Time for Team Atlas. And next up, Team Still Alive.